Have you ever had a day at work where you were so stressed you didn't even notice how the hours passed? You look back and it feels like the whole day just slipped away in a blur. I've had those days too, and what I've learned is that stress at work is not something you can always avoid, but it is something you can manage. The first step is simple but not easy. Acknowledge it. Don't fight it or try to suppress it. Just feel it. Stress is a natural response, your body's way of saying, something here matters. Instead of resisting, try approaching it with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Why is this stress here? Once you've acknowledged it, one of the quickest ways to bring stress down in the moment is through your breath. There's a method that many scientists, including Andrew Huberman, often talk about. You can do it by taking a double inhale followed by a long exhale. This simple technique has been shown to calm the nervous system almost immediately, shifting you from panic into a more grounded state. When you feel calmer, take a moment to reflect on what caused your stress. Are you overwhelmed with too much work? Are people overstepping your boundaries? Or are you jumping to conclusions? Let's talk through each one. If you're overwhelmed with work, the first step is to get everything out of your head and onto paper. Write down all the tasks you're juggling, no matter how big or small. Once you've listed them, the next step is to prioritize. A really useful tool here is the Eisenhower Matrix. It divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important. These are the tasks you tackle first, things like meeting deadlines or solving problems that can't wait. Important but not urgent. These tasks still matter, but they don't need to be done right away. For example, planning a presentation for next week. These should be scheduled so they don't turn into last-minute emergencies. Urgent but not important. These often look pressing but don't actually require you. Things like routine requests or tasks that can be delegated. Neither urgent nor important. These are distractions, tasks you can either postpone or drop altogether. By sorting your list this way, you stop treating everything as equally stressful and start seeing what really deserves your energy. Another thing you can do is break big tasks into smaller steps. A large project like finish the report can feel overwhelming, but if you break it down into gather the data, outline the sections, and write the draft, it becomes much more manageable. Each small step feels like progress, which takes away some of the pressure. Finally, set time blocks for the tasks you've prioritized. Give yourself 90 minutes for the report, 60 minutes for the presentation, 30 minutes for urgent emails. When you focus on one thing at a time within a clear boundary, the mountain of work turns into smaller, climbable hills. If your stress comes from people overstepping boundaries, like when a colleague from another department tries to hand their work over to you, remind yourself, it's okay to say no. Boundaries are not about being unhelpful. They're about protecting your capacity to do your actual job well. A respectful but firm, I'd like to help, but I have to focus on my own responsibilities right now, can go a long way. And sometimes, stress comes from jumping to conclusions. Maybe you assume your boss is upset with you just because their communication with you has become less frequent. But most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. They're just busy or preoccupied. Catching yourself in these thought patterns helps you step back and see the situation more clearly. At the end of the day, remember this. Do everything in your power to improve the situation. Breathe, prioritize, communicate, set boundaries. But if things still don't work out, remind yourself, you don't have control over everything. And that's okay. Work can always be changed. Stress is part of the journey, but it doesn't have to run the show. With awareness, practical steps, and clear boundaries, you can learn not just to manage it, but to grow through it.